respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sort them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the gang. I told them this ain't a game.
Yo, what is up? Hey, it's Finn with CB83. Hey, back to you for another afternoon show. What is up? What's cracking with y'all? What's popping? What's my sound like? Let me know if I sound okay. I got to turn it down or what. Just messing with my mic, get my mic right. What's up with y'all, man? Hey, it's a beautiful Saturday, man. Another weekend show, another opportunity to talk some Miami Dolphins, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I'm getting a lot of love on all the platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, man. YouTube. I appreciate everybody subscribing. Please do me a favor, real quick, hit the like for your boy. Let everybody know we're live. I appreciate everybody coming out. So hit the like for your boy. Hey, X the live chat out real quick. Hit the like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, man. We're going to turn up over here. This is what we do. This is how we get down, man. We always have a damn good time. We have a damn good time over here, man. Always talking to Miami Dolphins, having some cordial conversation. It can get a little chaotic. You know, the Wolfpack can get a little elevated, but we shut them down quickly because that's how we do stuff. That's just how we get down over here. That's how we work, man. That's how we operate. So appreciate everybody coming out. Hey, it's a lot of love. I feel the energy. I feel the love in the building. What's up with y'all, man? It's another Saturday, man. You already know. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. You already know how we get down. Yeah. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Everybody bringing the energy. Marino's gold in the building. Fins up. You already know what time it is. Hey, my man Money Mitch is in the building. He said, bro, ain't you say Dalvin to Miami was a lock? It's a lock. It's a lock. It's happening, bro. Don't worry. Hey, be patient. Where there's smoke, there's fire. It's happening. Just be patient. Just relax. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Dalvin to the crib. Me and Dalvin gonna pull up to Conch Heaven. We're going to get some conch fritters. We're going to chill out, have a cold click. You know how we do, man. We're going to hit the boat. We're going to get out on the ocean, do a little fishing, catch some mahi, some wahoo. You know how we get down. Hey, get offshore a little bit, do some grouper fishing, some snapper. Man, that's how we get down over here, man. Y'all don't know this. This is what we do, man. This is what we do. Bring the energy, man. Let's get it. Hey, it's a lock. It's a lock. And if you don't think it's a lock,
congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself. You played yourself because it's happening. It's happening. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey, my man Kane's in the building. Kane, salute. Kane's, what's good, man? Salute to everybody. He said salute CB83 and everyone. Hey, what's up with you, Kane's? Kane's is my guy, man. Shake Money in the building. Shake. It's another beautiful day in Zamunda. Shake. It's another beautiful day. My man Chef's in the building. Chef is the triple OG. Chef is triple OG in the Dolphins community. Shout out to Big Chef. He says, what's good, OG CB83 and everyone. How y'all doing this afternoon? Hey, check your freaking pulse. It's happening. Fins up. Fins up, Chef. You already know what time it is. Hey, G, good morning, G. How you doing? He says, afternoon, everybody. S. Harris in the building. S. Harris says, what's good? S. Harris the homie. G the homie. Chef's the homie. Chef says, shout out to the Mod Squad. Big shout out to the Mod Squad. Hey, I modded up the homies. If you're not a mod, hit me up. If you want to be a mod for the channel, hit me up. If you think you can hold it down with the Mod Squad, run the show. Be sure to do it. Be sure to hit me up. You already know how we get down, man. It's another beautiful day. Let's get it. My man Shake says subscribe, like, share, and donate. Help the channel grow. Let's go. Let's go, Chef. I appreciate you. Hey, so just to touch on that a little bit. Hey, we've been growing tremendously over the past couple of weeks. Put out some shorts, those got some crazy hits. Put out a couple lives, those got some crazy hits. Hey, we're almost to 1K. We're at 752 subscribers. Let's get to 1K. Once we get to 1K, I'm doing a crazy giveaway. I got some stuff I want to give away, man. I got some cards I want to give away. I got the Tuas, the Tua Black Prism. I got come on, I got Tua Discos. I got come on, man. I got all types of stuff. Check these cards out. These are two rookie cards too. I got Jalen Hurts cards, his rookie card. I got Joe B. I got Joey Burrows. Hey, I got come on, man. What else I got? A little bit of everything, bro. Joey B Black Prisms. So for the 1K giveaway, I'm gonna do some crazy card giveaways. I'm also gonna do some t-shirts. So I'm giving away rookie cards for Joey B, Jalen Hurts, Herbert, Tua. I got a bunch of Tuas. I got so many Tua cards. Hey, you better buy Tua cards because it's to the moon. I'm telling you that right now. Buy Tua's cards, his rookie cards, because it's to the moon. Look, Jalen Hurts alternatives, his rookie card, man. All types of crazy stuff. Joey Burrow silvers. Come on, silver prisms. Come on, bro. Like these are some wild. These are his rookie cards too, bro. This is wild stuff. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to share it with people, man, because we're trying to grow over here, and we're gonna do it organically, brick by brick. We're just working. We just put our head down and work. We don't worry about it. Marino's GOAT, what's good? Shake, I gotta catch up on these comments. Shake says Wolfpack in the building. Remember, Wolfpack orientation is this Friday, free coffee and donuts. And they validate parking. They validate parking too? Y'all boys off the chain in the Wolfpack. Hey, at orientation Friday, free coffee and donuts. Hey, y'all better, get that Shake money for your applications for the Wolfpack, man. We don't do Wolfpack over here, but we mess with y'all boys, man. G, what's good with you? G says CB got his dome waxed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always, boy. Hey, coconut oil keep me fresh out the shower. You already know what time it is, G. Hey, shining like a new penny. Hey, appreciate you, bro. That's how we do it, bro. Hey, we looking good over here. Keep your skin clean. Hey, hygiene, good hygiene. Clean yourself. Hey, throw on some cologne, some smell good. You know how we get down, man. That's how we do it over here, man. My man Dre is in the building. Andravia Shaw. Big ups to Dre. Big homie in the community. Hey, click, clack. You already know what time it is. Click, clack, bang. There you go. Dre said he got a notification today. That's what I'm talking about. YouTube finally coming through. YouTube really be trying to play me, but I'm gonna let him rock out. It's all right. Hey, brick by brick, like we said, we just put our head down and work, man. Drew Lock. Nah, we don't do Drew Lock. Shout out to Marino's GOAT, Chef Jew, G, everybody in the building. Hey, let's get to talking about some of this Miami Dolphins talk. So as we heard, Dalvin Cook to Miami is supposed to be a thing. Hasn't happened yet, but I do think it will happen. Now, the Minnesota Vikings reporters are reporting that Dalvin Cook is coming to Miami for a 5th round draft pick in 2024. Do you guys think that's happening? Yes or no? Put yes or no in the chat. Is Dalvin Cook coming to Miami? I think it's a lock. I think it's a done deal. Let's see. My man Chef says, why is some Dolphin YouTubers want me to be their ambassador? It's crazy, but I love it. Yes, sir, Chef. You everybody's ambassador, bro. You the big homie, bro. Big homie in the community, man. Is Dalvin coming to Miami? Yes or no? Yes or no in the chat. Let me know if he's coming to Miami Dolphins. I think so. I think Dalvin Cook, and that's the thing about this Dalvin Cook thing. I know people say, hey, we got a great running back room. I like our running backs. I like our running back room. I think Gaskins and Ahmed aren't guys who'll see the field that much. But I do like those guys as depth pieces in the event that something does happen to one of our guys, right? I feel like Ahmed can come in and, stand in and run the ball where need be. Now, Dalvin Cook does give us a big upgrade to the room, right? And at this point, with the Miami Dolphins and where they are, I'd like to see us upgrade wherever we can. I want to see us get better wherever we can, whether it's running back, linebacker, O-line, quarterback, everything. I want to get better everywhere we can. Now, right now, we're kind of locked into some things. Like, there's not much we could do at this point. We could still add some O-line depth. We could still add a running back like Dalvin. Our quarterbacks are kind of set. Two is the QB1. Our backup quarterbacks, Mike White and Skylar Thompson, and I think Mike White will win that backup job. As far as receivers go, the receiver room is loaded, right? Receiver room is loaded. I think the receiver room is so loaded that you may want to move a piece before you cut them, right? So possibly you can get some trade compensation or another player for moving one of those receivers. Our receiver room is just really packed when you think about it. Even the young guys like Braylon Sanders, Eric Izukama, those guys are really good players, but they haven't been able to show it yet. They haven't been given those opportunities. Man, my man Dre says, nah, I thought it was happening. Not so likely anymore. We'll see. And honestly, I think that's where a lot of people are. Like after drafting A-Chain, people think, hey, we're done at running back. But the fact that the Miami Dolphins are still dabbling. I heard they dabble with the DeAndre Swift trade. I heard they are still dabbling in Dalvin talk. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So it still could happen as a result of us just wanting to upgrade that room. And the thing I do like about Dalvin is he kind of commands that respect from defenses and from offenses too, right? So you get a guy like Dalvin on your roster, you got to give him the ball, right? You got to give him the ball. Mike McDaniel said, hey, I didn't run the ball enough last year. I agree with him wholeheartedly. He didn't run the ball nearly enough in some games, especially in games late in the season where down the stretch in December, you need to be able to control the clock a little bit and stay on the field and keep other teams off the field. So hopefully he can adjust to that and figure that out and get better in that area, because I see him just not doing enough in the run game last year. Hopefully he gets better at just being consistent, sticking to it. And I think that's where guys like Fangio come into play, right? Fangio can call down the mic, or get him on the mic. Hey, I'm seeing this. You need to run the ball a little bit more. If Fangio's in the room last year, if he's in those coaching meetings, maybe we do run the ball a little bit more. Maybe we do attack defenses on the ground more. So I like the thought of having experienced coaches on the staff like Fangio. I like the thought of bringing in a guy like Dalvin Cook, who's an experienced guy in that room, who's done a little bit of everything: screen game, run game, catching out of the backfield. He does it all. So I like that, man. My man S. Harris says he is in Wilson, will be gone. Who are you talking about? Wilson, Cedric Wilson might be gone. Okay. So Cedric Wilson may be odd man out with Chosen Anderson coming in, Robbie Anderson. I think Cedric Wilson could be the odd man out. There are some other younger guys in that room. Maybe some other NFL teams see value in those guys too, and want to go after one of those guys. We'll see how it works out, man. But that wide receiver room is loaded, man. My man Shake says, I'll believe it when I see it. And I agree with y'all. I'm manifesting that Dalvin to Miami, man. I think Dalvin puts us over the top in terms of the offense. I understand everybody wants to cry about offensive line, right? Y'all want to cry about the tackle. Y'all want to cry about the guard spot. I understand it. Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg may not be the answer. I think Dan Feeney's already the starter at guard ahead of Liam Eichenberg. But right tackle is still unsolidified. Maybe we add Cam Fleming. Maybe we go after Taylor Lewan or something like that. Maybe that happens. But when you add a guy like Dalvin, you don't have to worry about the O-line so much, right? Because they work with one another. They're interchangeable. So you can't have one without having the other, man. My man Kane says, CB, do you want to afternoon drizzle, or do you want it to thunderstorm when the Canes visit? Hey, the Canes ain't doing nothing to my Seminoles. You already know what time it is. Hey, what's a cane? What's a cane to a Seminole, huh?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, them canes ain't got none on them Seminoles, bro. You already know what time it is, man. The canes are cooked.
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Hey, them canes got cooked last year. You already know what time it is, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the like for me. Hey, I'm going to go for like 5 more minutes and then I'm opening it up. I want to talk to you guys about your Dolphins, see how you feel about it. We got a lot to talk about, man. I heard Raheem Mostert came out and spoke on the Dolphins a little bit, spoke about the running game and what to expect in year 2. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. My man Anthony Manzano says, CB, the comps I have for both Devon and Cam going into the draft. For Smith, I had Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Yep, I remember you saying that. And for Devon, I had Tyreek Cohen or Shady McCoy. Okay, I like those. So S. Harris says, Cook and Jeff Wilson out, I meant. Okay. Cook in, Jeff Wilson is out. There you go. I like that. So bring Cook in. Maybe you trade Jeff Wilson to another team. I like the thought of that. I like Dalvin Cook to Miami, man. I told y'all, I already know what time it is, man. We at Conch Heaven, we eat conch fritters. Dalvin said he's a conch fritter fan. Hey, we going to Conch Heaven, we gonna pull up, man. You already know what time it is, man. We in the yayo with it. My man Chef says I want DJ Fluker on this O-line. DJ Fluker's a huge dude. I saw he got in shape. I like the thought of that. I like the thought of you getting in shape, bro, but that don't mean nothing. You still got to be able to go out there and play. So any O-line depth, though, I'm cool with adding because we need it. We need any O-line depth we could get, man. My man Chef Juice says, go Canes, go Knowles. Go Knowles. You already know what time it is. Hey, the man, the myth, the legend, Stephen D says, what up, fam? Let's go. Wolfpack sucks. Wolfpack killer. You already know what time it is, man. Hey, if you want to become a Wolfpack killer, you got to get after them guys. It's a couple guys in the community that have earned Sniper Gang badges. One of those guys is Andrevius Shaw. My man Dre has earned a Sniper Gang badge. And the other guy who's earned a Sniper Gang badge is Ali the Persian. Ali had one of the biggest flip-flops in Miami Dolphins history, but now he's in, now he's a tour-near. So, hey, get ready to rock and roll. If you want to earn your Sniper Gang badge, I gotta hear you getting after these dudes. It could be on their panels, it could be in a Twitter space, it could be anywhere where Miami Dolphins talk is. So if you want to earn your Sniper Gang badge, you got to get in the chat. You got to get in the Twitter spaces. You got to get after the Wolfpack. You already know what time it is. The Wolfpack ain't got nothing on us. And this is how it started. It started with Tua Leroy, man. Tua Leroy is coming. He got the glow. Y'all already know what time it is. Hey, you already know what time it is, man. That's how we get down. So just get ready. It's happening. It's happening. Hey, and that's the one right there. That's the one. Where's my other one at? There it is.
All right, Leroy. Who's the one and only master? Let me go, motherfucker, let me go.
Tua Leroy, you already know what time it is. Hey, my man Dre says Jeff Wilson would have to go. He came here because he didn't want to be the third guy in San Fran. Maybe that's the case. I think maybe people are blowing that up a little bit too much, though. Maybe, bro, you get a guy like Dalvin in the room and you still have Mostert and Jeff Wilson, and you keep Ahmed. I think that's a great running back room. Maybe he wants to be a part of something special here in Miami, and he sees the vision. He likes playing for Mike McDaniels, and that works out. Maybe that's the case. We'll see, though. We'll see. My man Anthony Manzano says Devon starts day one. In my honest opinion, I don't really trust Jeff or Raheem to stay healthy, and I have Smith starting day one with Ramsey at the starting position the whole season. Okay, I like it, bro. You got Cam Smith and Devon A-Chain getting big reps. I like to see it, bro. I like to see our rookies having an impact right away. That's what I want. Can you stay calm in a fight, or do you start swimming on land? When shit hits the fan, the bro stays cool under pressure. I wish Tua would. Okay. I've seen Tua stay cool under pressure, man. I've seen Tua make plays when the defense wasn't making plays. That's what I saw last year, and that's why I'm a believer in the guy. And that's why I'm a believer. I'm a believer because what I saw on film was a player who was composed, who made the right reads, who made the right plays. Did he get hurt? Was he not healthy at times? Yeah, that hurt us, right? But if he could stay healthy and stay on the field, I think we're going to be a Super Bowl team, right? Now, I understand he had a couple games with downs, and that's what I expect from an NFL quarterback. I expect all NFL quarterbacks to have 2 or 3 games where they hurt their team and not help their team win the game, right? I expect that. 16-game season, you got to give a quarterback that type of leeway. So I'm going to give Tua that, but I need Tua to stay healthy. And that's what I'm looking forward to in the season. If anybody has a discussion with you and says, hey, Tua didn't play better from year 2 to year 3, then you might as well stop having a discussion with them right there, right then and there, because that means they have no clue what's going on. So be sure when you're having these discussions about Tua and him as a player, the only thing we could discuss at this point is just him not staying healthy. That's it. Him not staying healthy. But if he stays healthy, you already know what time it is. We got a damn gold mine because he be operating in that system, man. Straight operating. Hey, and I'm excited about that. If the kid can stay healthy and operate in the system, hey, we can win with that. And that's really all that matters at this point. Man, yeah, y'all dropping some comments in here, bro. Y'all are, man. I appreciate y'all being active in the chat. CB83, why not make it Dolphins pack instead of Wolf pack? Because they're not real heavy Dolphin fans. The Wolf pack, they're outliers. If anybody's out here talking bad about their team, I don't consider them in the real fan pack. Real fan pack don't smash their team, right? We want to uplift them. We want to encourage them to get better, but we're not going to sit here and say they're trash or bro, I don't do that. Real fans are locked in. You locked in, it's locked and loaded, man. Click, clack, like Dre said. That's what time it is, man. That's why we can't do that. And we can't let the wolf pack take over. It's all positivity. It's not all positivity. It's all encouraging, getting better. It's all coaching. It's all teachable, right? I come from a coaching background, so it's all, hey, let's get better. Let's work towards getting better. We didn't do that right. Hey, let's fix that. Let's get better. It's from a coaching standpoint. We can't just be out here talking bad on guys and talking them down. Because it only breeds negativity. I'm not here to breed negativity. I'm here to be a fan of my team. I can be a fan of my team, be critical, and be positive. It's possible. It's possible. And that's what you got to do. You got to be objective. I can say, hey, Tua had a bad game. This is what he needs to do better. This is where he needs to get better. And say, hey, work towards getting better, bro. We need you to be better in order to win the game. Like, that's how you do it. You don't come out here and just rag on guys. Oh, he can't do this. He's trash. Oh, we making memes about him being hurt. Just wild stuff, people. Wild stuff. And if you consider yourself a fan and you're doing that, check your fanship. Check your fanship. Because if you doing that, then you just might not be. You might want to go somewhere else. You might want to. We don't do that over here. We get after. We respect our team. So appreciate y'all coming out. Dre says Wolfpack was in rare form last night. Loving on Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Hey, that's not rare form for the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack loves loving on other quarterbacks. They love loving on everybody except their own, right? It's like that girl who got a good dude right in front of her. trying to holler at her, but she want to go mess with everybody else, and they just doing her dirty, just dirty after dirty. See, just hey, we right here in front of you. Just love on your quarterback. Tua there. He gonna get you there if you just hey, follow him to the promised land, man. Follow him to the promised land. S. Harris says the Wolfpack is turning on each other more and more. They are, man. I see them dudes be getting after each other. It's wild, man. It is. Them dudes be really getting after each other. And now I see guys from the Wolfpack calling other cats out from the Wolfpack, which is crazy to me, right? Because they know some of the stuff is excessive. It's excessive. You just root for your team. You're a fan. You want to be critical, but do it. Be respectful, bro. So it's always ways to do it, man. Always ways to do it. And Chef Juice says one of my favorite movies. Hey, The Last Dragon is one of my favorite movies too. Got it on DVD. If you haven't seen The Last Dragon, I think it's streaming right now on HBO Max. Go check it out. Great movie. Tua Leroy. That's where we get that from. Bruce Leroy in the movie, but Tua Leroy is that dude, bro. He's that dude. Stephen Daniels says, damn, Shake, why the hate? Ooh. Shake hating on Stephen D. What's going on, man? What is up with y'all today? JR Black, what's good with you, man? I'm about to drop the link. Hey, I'm about to drop the link right now, but I'm going to get through a couple more of these comments. I'm dropping the link. Bow, bow, bow. The link is dropped. I'll bring you guys up. Shake JR Black says, what will delusional Tua haters do with themselves when the work Tua put prove them wrong? When the work Tua puts in, prove them wrong. Will they have 12-hour shows wishing and hoping Tua fail to feel good about themselves? I don't know. That's a good question, bro. Maybe they just start, maybe they just start rocking with their quarterback. That's what I'm going to hope. Hopefully they don't double down and be like, oh, we're just waiting on him to get hurt, or we're just waiting on this, we're waiting on that. Bro, come on, bro. Just, hey, rock with your guy. Respect him as a quarterback, respect him as our quarterback, and let's move on, man. Let's get after it, man. With our guys. Hey, we're only good as our weakest link. Hey, I'm rocking with my guys. I'm rocking with my guys no matter what. Anthony, I got you coming up here. My man says Devon doesn't really have happy feet in the hole like most running backs out of college have, where they don't have patience and wait for the hole to open up and to run into something that is not open. Okay, I like that. So Devon is that guy when it comes to running the football. Let's see it, man. I'm looking forward to it. My man JR Black says 100% facts. S. Harris says them dudes, not slurping on Aaron Rodgers, Allen and Brady's legacy. I'll never cheer for them. I'll never cheer for them dudes either, man. Never cheer for them either. But Hannah, what's up? He says, what's up, CB83 in the chat. Wolfpack in the house. Hey, Stephen Daniels. Is Stephen Daniels a Wolfpack killer? Is that what he is? Is that what he is? Is he a Wolfpack killer, Stephen D? My man Tyrone Hall in the building. I don't understand how are we better with Tua with the 9-8 record. Maybe you just meant aren't. I don't understand how we aren't better with Tua with the 9-8 record, and we made the playoffs without Tua. Nah, we didn't make the playoffs without Tua. Tua won us some games to get us into the playoffs. Skyler did end up winning a game to help us push into the playoffs. And then he played a decent game. I think if Tua was in that game, we win that game though. So that's a little bit of the difference, man. But shout out to everybody. I'm going to keep scrolling down the chat. I'm going to keep doing that. I want to get some guys in the building first. First, let me get my man Anthony Manzano in. Anthony Manzano, how are you doing today? What's good, bro? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm just I just woke up from a nap and I'm watching my dog right now and stuff like that. My parents went fishing with a few of our friends and stuff. Honestly, I don't hate Tua. I'm just very critical of the kid. and stuff
I
like
know,
that.
and we've had these conversations, right? We've had these conversations about being critical. And let me get a couple more guys in real quick, and we're gonna have this conversation, Anthony Manzano. We're gonna have it. I got my man Shake in the building. Shake Money, what's popping with you, bro? How you feeling?
And by the way, he's not a kid anymore. He's a grown ass man. Everybody calling him a kid still.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's neither here or there. But no, man, Wolfpack is in the building.
Okay,
you know how
Wolfpack
it is
in the building. Hey, I like you, Shake, because you claim the Wolfpack, but I mean, you really kind of sway on both sides, and you're pretty objective, and that's what I like.
Of course,
bro.
Listen, one thing about me is you have to one of the things that helped me get ahead in life more further than where I originally started is when I do a self-evaluation, I have to do an honest self-evaluation of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the only way you'll be able to grow, because at the end of the day, if you lie to yourself, you're not going to do anything in life. So, and that's how I do my teams, whether it be Florida, the Dolphins, the Heat, whoever. You know what I'm saying? You got to give yourself an honest assessment. If not, you're not going to grow. You gotta
right. You got to be critical of yourself. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, "Hey, this is where I can get better." And the one thing I do like about our team and our players on our team is that the guys who are at the forefront of this team, the Tuas, the Mike McDaniels, anybody in the locker room who steps on that mic or gets up to the mic is gonna be critical of themselves. They're not gonna say, "Hey, I played well enough last year to get it done." No, these guys are saying, "Hey, I need to be better in these areas. I need to stay healthy for my team. I need to call better plays. I need to call the runs down the stretch." So I do like that, man. I do like that. And self-evaluation is important, man. It's important. And Steven, stop saying my man be lying, man. He said Gator fans can't be trusted.
Listen. This is the same guy who followed LeBron like a little puppy. Everywhere he goes, so
don't
whatever.
do him like that.
Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
Like that.
LeBron is a fake GOAT. But anyway, listen. One thing about you gotta
LeBron
realize
can't hold Jordan's jockstrap.
All right.
But one last thing I want to say though is like you gotta remember this. The way I look at it, as far as the Wolfpack is concerned, it's like just like, for instance, and I know this for a fact. It's just like you grow up with a bunch of brothers, right?
Yep.
And let's say you have a brother named Ralph, whatever. You and your brother like, "Hey man, you know Ralph is a real dumbass. You know that dumbass did." You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you hear one of your neighbors say, "Hey man, Ralph is a dumbass. What the fuck you call Ralph?" You know what I mean? No, don't you be calling Ralph no dumbass. So that's I think we as Dolphin fans, we criticize our teams, but like when Buffalo Bills fans or Jets fans come at Tua, I've seen those same guys defend Tua against the other opposition's teams.
Well, I need more of that. I need more of that because I feel like some of these platforms are a safe space for Bills fans, for Jets fans, because there's so much Dolphins hate on there. There's so much too.
Well, Stephen D is a huge platform from the other fans, and there's Dolphin love on there. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's look. I think there's a place for everybody in this space.
Yeah.
And I was just about to bring Cap up, but he tried to drop down. Cap, if you can pull back up, pull back up. But man, and that's the thing. Like, and Wolfpack Killer Club, who in here? Who that?
That's Andre.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Hey,
I just want.
Dre, what's up?
Hey,
what's up, Anthony?
Welcome to the Sniper Gang. Welcome to the Sniper Gang.
Listen, I just want to commend Shake Money because he is officially, you know how you gave everybody in the Wolfpack a title? He is officially the parliamentarian. He is the peacekeeper in the Wolfpack. He's trying to keep the peace. There's infighting right now, and he just like, peace, bros, peace. No fighting.
And I'm also,
no fighting.
hey, listen, I have many hats. I'm part of the welcoming committee and the head recruiter.
Hey, well, TD is the head recruiter, and let's go down the roles real quick. TD is the head of recruiting, director of recruiting, right? Lewis is the president, but Lewis is starting to sway a little bit. Dre, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I know it's weird. Lewis and Ali on the outs of the Wolfpack. Shake Money trying to keep them straight.
Yeah. No, they in the Wolfpack. Trust me, we in the Wolfpack. Yeah.
Hey, they looking like they trying to transfer to another team, man. You better figure that out, bro.
Yeah, they might be in the transfer portal, Shake.
No. As a matter of fact, Stephen D is because all his hate on Noah Igbenogany, he's part of the Wolfpack as well.
No,
Hey,
no,
yo.
no,
Yep.
Steven can't be in there. But
Yeah,
I think
he's in there. He's in there. Trust me, he's in there. Like
so
swimwear.
Lewis is the presidente. Von Joe is the vice president. Pete is the chaplain. He leads them in prayer and terrible takes. You have who else is in there, man?
Crypto.
Crypto's in there. Crypto is the treasurer. Crypto's the treasurer. And we got Shake and TD kind of shaping out the wolf pack, man. We gotta see if anybody else Cap, you're definitely in there too, Cap. We gotta get you a role, bro.
I'm an independent contractor.
My man Cap says he's an independent contractor. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, Cap is a freelance Wolfpacker.
Freelance. How much are they paying you for contract work? Is that a pretty good little paycheck, Cap?
It varies.
It varies.
Yeah. And by the way, with all this Dalvin Cook talk, you hating on our running back number 1, you're gonna be in there too, CB.
Hey, no hate.
Hey, yo, what's going on with that Dalvin Cook talk? I heard it's starting to go like south now.
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be going south until June 1st, and once that cut may happen, I think, once the cut happens, Minnesota saves $11 million, and they can move on, and he can come sign with the Dolphins and do whatever he needs to do. But I think he's on his way out, man. Once you start putting pictures up and blocking out the logos of the franchise, I think it's downhill from there. And I think once the franchise sees that, they're gonna be like, "Yo, let's just move on. It's going south." And I think it's turning into a players' league where they can kind of dictate where they want to go. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody's calling their shots now. I agree with that.
Yeah. So players
It's
are
because
calling
the
their
NFL
shots.
is slowly becoming the NBA, which is kind of scary.
I mean, they getting some player power, but it'll never ever be like the NBA.
No, because the NBA is 2 players make a big difference versus the NFL. 2 players don't really make a big difference. It helps, but it don't make the difference the same way as the
Patrick
NBA
Mahomes is currently the darling. If he quit tomorrow, the NFL would be fine.
Oh, yeah, and you know,
think?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. No. I understand that what you're saying, Dre. But what I'm saying, Aaron forced his way out of Green Bay, though. Like and chose what team he wanted to go to. That's why I'm saying Aaron, to a certain extent, maybe so did Brady and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. And Peyton. Those are 3 super.
That's funny, Anthony.
Well, here's the thing, Anthony.
You bring up those 2 names.
Let Cap go real quick. Go ahead.
No, real quick. Yeah, no, real quick. It's just that Anthony brings up those 2 names, and I've seen S. Harris was talking about that we're all slurping on Aaron and Brady's jockstrap, but at the end of the day, they got the proof, they got the hardware. We're still waiting. So I mean, like, if we're enamored with other quarterbacks because we want that same type of success and we still haven't gotten it for some crazy reason.
Cap, stop slurping on them people, man. I know they might have
I'm
good
envious.
careers.
I want to be able to have a Super Bowl Slurpee.
Ops, bro.
I want a Super Bowl Slurpee.
Don't slurp on a jet. You can't do that, Cap.
A jet. No. Once he hits that jet, that's it, man. But I'm saying,
he
like,
already got
you
the
cannot
jersey
hate.
on.
But I'm saying you cannot hate on people that have done more than what we've done, bro.
No.
Like, you have to be enamored by that.
And Cap, I'm not hating on what Aaron Rodgers has done, right? He's been like a multiple time MVP. He's won a ring. Do I think he's not played as well as he could have?
Man, Aaron Rodgers won a ring when I was a freshman in college. I'm 32. I don't want to hear that shit.
It's a
so what's the excuse for Brady?
32.
Brady's like 60 and got a Super Bowl.
Hey, but I want to put people in context. Yes, the Jets have a Super Bowl winning quarterback on their roster, but they had one last year too, Joe Flacco.
That's true.
So
they didn't do shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, and honestly, when you look
I was
at
150 pounds when that man won a Super Bowl.
Hey,
me too.
Tua's been in the league 3 years, Cap. Yeah, I think we're comparing him to guys like Brady, Aaron Rodgers. It's just not fair, Cap. I mean, can you?
It comes with the territory, bro.
Bro,
it comes with the territory.
When you're playing the most important, it comes with the territory when you're playing the most important position in the league, though.
But how many years did it take those guys to win Super Bowls? Like, let's put it in.
Aaron his 3rd year.
To be fair though, and this is not on Tua, this is not no fault of Tua, but he decided to come out in a day of age where anything can be scrutinized in a matter of seconds, as opposed to having to wait for your newspaper. And I don't blame him for that, bro. It's just the pressure he's getting. I'm sorry, it's 10 times fold, but you're doing it in a place where it's an undefeated team and you have that nostalgia still built up from the past. That's why I'm envious of other quarterbacks, because crap, man, why can't we get our crap together?
Gross. This is gross.
And the funny part, you bring that up, actually, and you know the funny part about that is, Cap, I live around a lot of Packers fans, and they complain they don't have great quarterback play. I'm like, what are you guys smoking? You guys had Aaron, Brett, and Bart Starr. You're most of your franchise, so don't act like you guys don't have great quarterback play. I'm like,
I only envy the biracial arm of God. The rest of those quarterbacks suck in my eyes.
And who is
I don't care how y'all. I don't care how y'all slice it.
So you envy someone that hasn't put stock into any type of situation that comes pressure.
Listen, you can say whatever you want, Cap. Every other quarterback not named Patrick Mahomes and Tua Tagovailoa is trash. They trash.
No,
I don't care how y'all feel about it.
Wait,
how can you put stock? How can you put stock into something that hasn't made an investment yet?
Go ahead, Cap.
No, I'm just saying, like, I get he's upset, and I understand that, man. I do. But, like, how are you going to put so much investment into a stock that's not bringing you back returns? And I get that. It's the hometown. I get that. But you got to be loud in order for that investment to start making some return if you're not going to do it the politically correct way.
Can I ask you?
Because I don't know if you noticed this or not, but anytime that we get loud, these guys start breaking records in Miami, bro. So it either comes with us dogging them and them having to play harder, or us staying quiet and them taking our money and not doing anything.
So, Cap, are we taking strides towards being a better football team?
Yeah, no, look, at the end of the day, this foundation we thought was set on the trenches. It's not. But the pieces, as far as like position of need, I think we're getting there. I really think we're getting there. And that's what matters.
Hey, by the way, one thing I want to say too about people talking about how Skylar Thompson got the playoff win, got him into the playoffs. Well, here's the thing. In 1972, Earl Morrall, we had a week 5, Greasy got injured, and Earl Morrall helped the undefeated season. At the end of the year, Greasy and Earl Morrall got the ring. So at the end of the day, it was a team victory. So the team, regardless of who the quarterback was, got to the playoffs, not just Tua or Skylar Thompson. It was a team win. So that's the one thing that I can never agree with, that Skylar Thompson won the big one. It is what it is. If it wasn't for the other wins that Tua had, that win wouldn't mean nothing. So
go ahead.
And
go ahead.
CB, you asked me why you told me to wait till everybody said something. The reason what I can be critical with Tua is the tape he's put up at the end of the season during the critical time, like in December, when we're fighting for a playoff spot and stuff like that. The past 2 seasons, he really hasn't shown anything. Is that fair for me to criticize, or am I being too harsh on the kid and not looking at the context?
I think so. I think for you to say he hasn't shown anything, I think is a bit too harsh, especially down the stretch last year, right?
Or disappeared. He's disappeared in those critical moments.
Well, let's look at a critical moment for the franchise last year was playing Buffalo on December 17th. A few weeks before the playoffs, right? In a snow game, cold weather, supposed to be freezing temps. Right? Nobody expected Tua to go out and play well. Everybody's hating on the kid. He's not good enough. He can't do this. He can't do that. Right? And he goes out and he shows up and he plays honestly well enough for us to win the football game. So, Tony, it's really hard for me to take some of this stuff seriously when you guys put words like he did nothing down the stretch. And when you use terms like, if you say, hey, he didn't do enough down the stretch to help us, cool. All right. I can rock with that.
Okay.
But you can't say, I don't like when people use definitive terms like, everything, anything. He
What
did
can we say?
nothing.
All you
can say, look, all you can say is you can say, hey, Tua in some games didn't do enough to help us get wins down the stretch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Tua, you got to give Tua some leeway because players should be allowed to mess up in some games. I think players should be allowed to have bad games. Like, is that fair or is that not fair?
Yeah, it's fair, but you brought up funny you should bring up the Buffalo game. He was playing well. He was playing well at the beginning of the game when there wasn't a freaking blizzard. He didn't perform well in the fourth quarter where it was
I can't
downpouring and freaking with snow, dude. Like,
I can't agree with you.
There's a difference.
I can't agree with you.
The fourth quarter.
Tony, we could go look at his stats. I don't agree with you there.
Can we look at the Tennessee and the Green Bay game? It's like 7 interceptions in total in December.
Hey, real quick,
I think Anthony's
my man S. Harris.
not
S.
too
Harris,
far.
what's good with you, man? How you feeling, man?
What's good, fam? I'm good. How you?
Let's go there.
Oh, this man finally made an appearance. Oh, he gets called out and he comes on the panel.
That's right. I'm here. What up?
Hey, my dog.
My
said
blood
he ain't
pressure
never
listening
scared,
to you.
man. Never.
What happened?
What's good with you?
I'm good, man. But I was like, fuck Aaron Rodgers. Fuck cheating ass Tom Brady. Fuck Josh Allen. We ain't scared of none of them, and we don't give a fuck about them.
There you go. Hey, I'm with you, bro. Hey, I'm with you when you're right. I understand. People want to say, oh, Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen, woe is me. Our division is too hard. No, man. Hey, line up and play football. Hey, and this is what this is what I tell the Dolphins. Don't tell me about the labor pains. Just show me the damn baby. Because I don't care about how hard it is. I don't care about how hard the division is, who's there, who's lining up. Hey, just get there. Just get there and
just
get
do
it
it,
done,
man.
bro.
No more excuses. Just do it. That's it.
Done. That's it. But we got to have the best team we can get in order to get there. And Tua's got to stay healthy. And everybody's got to play. Ain't no excuses at this point.
And I'm fine with difference of opinion and stuff like that. It's just the outlandish Skylar Wren offense better and all the nonsense. Shit is just dumb.
What is nonsense to you?
That people saying Skylar Wren offense better and it was just as effective with Skylar in the game. Like, come on.
Yeah. Some of this stuff is outlandish, man. Hey, real quick, Irv, what's good, Mitchell, man? How you feeling?
Yo, Spider-Man.
You there?
Man, that's Irving. That ain't no Spider-Man. That's Irving.
Irv.
He's trying to be the next Batman.
What's up, man? What's going on? My bad, bro. This mute button wasn't working. What's going on, fellas?
You sound kind of
I'm
choppy.
having a great Saturday. Do you hear me?
You're a little choppy.
You hear me?
You're a little choppy. Nah, you're a little choppy.
You're Borgin. You're Borgin a little bit, Irv. You're Borgin.
Do you hear me now?
That's what you call it, Anthony? Borgin?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you a little bit. It's not the best.
Yeah, I
You
don't
may
know.
want to
The
drop down
signal's
and come
right.
back up.
Okay.
All right, bet. All right.
No,
So,
I got that term from Uncle Mace.
Uncle Mace. Hey, shout out to Uncle Mace, man. My
Bro,
man,
we
homie.
got into a heated debate the other day. I don't know if you guys caught that or not.
So what? Hey, what was the debate about? Let's talk about it. What was that debate about?
Shake, help me out, Shake.
Go ahead. Well, the debate, I forgot.
It
it's
was
pretty
about
much-
Tom Brady. It was Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he
it's
was
Tom
saying that
Brady's
Tom Brady was a game manager.
Is his legacy built upon being a game manager or an elite quarterback?
I think it's built upon being a game manager. To be completely honest with you,
He's an elite game manager.
He's in a. You can say I can say that an elite game manager. He's never been like a.
How can you say elite and game manager in the same sentence though? Isn't that like redundant?
No, but I don't.
Oxymoronic.
I don't think Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time either. I don't.
He's not a gunslinger. He has the ability to become a gunslinger, but he doesn't do it all the time, Cap.
I think Tom Brady operates well within his offense, his system, and that's the beauty of Tom Brady is Tom Brady can be the system if you put pieces around him. Like when he was in New England, he had a great defense. He had good enough players around him, a good enough offensive line to make it happen, right? But when you put him in Tampa, he had much more weapons. He had another great defense, and he just kind of operated within the system. Now, Tom Brady is a really good player. I'm not downing Tom Brady as a player, but he's a game manager and he does it really well. He's going to play well within the system. He's not gonna turn the ball over a lot in big games, and he's gonna operate. And that's honestly,
I have a question. We brought up. I have a question. Would you consider?
But hold on, just before we get to there, and I gotta say this. I think Tua Tagovailoa is a very similar quarterback. He could be the same type of game manager if he learns the offense, learns it to the T, where he learns how to operate, where he doesn't turn the ball over. And he can just manage the game, but you got to give him a run game like Tom Brady had. Tom Brady has some good run games, and you got to give him some protection. And when Tom Brady was playing well, he was upright. He was in the pocket. He was operating. When Tom Brady wasn't playing well, he was taking hits. He was getting sacked. When Tom Brady was getting hit, he was seeing ghosts all the time. We've seen it countless years when we've played them, and we've beat him multiple times in those years. But we've seen it. We've seen it. So we can't say that Tom Brady is just off this charts an amazing quarterback.
Yeah,
I think Tom Brady's had some good teams around him too.
Yeah, but here's the thing. My thing is,
let Tony go real quick, Shake, and then I'm gonna go to you.
Yeah, no, but the difference, what you brought up, the traditional pocket passer necessarily. I'm not saying it's become extinct. You're seeing more dynamic quarterbacks, and Tua's style of quarterbacking, being a traditional pocket passer with manipulating with inside the pocket, those type of quarterbacks have become
more
few
of a
and
thing
far
in the
between.
past. Yeah. I think it's become more of a thing in the past. I agree with you there. Go ahead, Shake.
No, I could say he was both. When he needed to be a game manager, he was a game manager. When he needed to put the game on his back, he did. You can't deny that he's had a lot of clutch fourth quarter comebacks. You got to admit that when the game is on the line and you needed that touchdown, he was there. That's something that many quarterbacks can't do. So I think he's been a both. He knows when he has to be elite, and he knows when he has to be a game manager.
And I think that, and you made a really good point there, because I think he does. I think he really does know who he is, right? He knows who he is, and he knows his ability. He knows, hey, I need to take over here. I can take over here, or he knows, hey, I need to work within the system and just operate. Let our defense play well and go ahead and win this game. So I agree with you there.
And Tom said this in an interview recently. The only quarterbacks he actually felt that were a serious threat to him, like to be the top quarterback in the NFL, were guys like Peyton and Patrick Mahomes. The other quarterbacks were maybe right below him. He took them seriously, but he didn't feel they were a threat to his
legacy or whatever.
His stepping, like his spot as a top quarterback in the league and stuff like that. Like,
okay,
there were good quarterbacks, but he didn't feel they were a threat to him and stuff like that.
I got you.
Yeah,
and I can see how he looked up to Peyton. Go ahead, Irv.
No, I just feel like, the whole mobile quarterbacks with the big arm. I think that's I think that's a cliche. Just like the running back position, it's a dime a dozen type of position. Anybody can fill the position. Obviously, yes, having a big arm and having the athleticism is always a plus as a quarterback, right? It's just an additional tool to your skill set. But I think what a quarterback's long-term success is dependent on being accurate from the pocket, being anticipatory, being able to be able to process and go through your reads and read defenses pre-snap and post-snap, your footwork and your discipline in the pocket, your mechanics, all of that combined is the recipe for success as a quarterback. Because eventually when you get older, right, when you get to 29, 30, your arm strength starts to wane down, your athleticism starts to wane down. So you have to rely more on your mechanics, on your and et cetera. So in the mental game, right? So all that stuff is the reason why Drew Brees and Tom Brady and Joe Montana have had these long careers, especially Peyton Manning, because these are the determinant factors of what makes a quarterback successful in the NFL. So Tua has all the skills, all the tools that he needs to have a long, successful career with the Dolphins. And you've seen that, you've seen the improvement, given he had a marginal improvement in year 2. And it's also fair to also include that what was around him was limited coaching, You know, just changing coordinators year in and year out was not.
Lewis is
pretty much
backstage, CB.
Lack of
Hey,
weapons. Lack of weapons.
Hey, Irving.
Hold on. Let me. Yeah.
To your point, Irving.
Let me land real quick.
Hold on.
Let me land real quick, and then I'll let you go.
Let him land.
So the lack of weapons, and then you saw, this year, and I think Dougley made a great video. I mean, a huge reason why Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert were successful were because they implemented their system from Oregon, right, for Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. They took place from the playbook from LSU. They
All right,
implemented
come on, let's land it.
into their playbook. So
Hey, let me get in here real quick. I only have a
Let him
minute.
land. Let him land real quick. Let him land real quick.
So real quick, just to make this point, they did that for 2 in year 3, and you saw the significant improvement that he had because he had the weapons and he had the system around him. So I think that he has, as long as he stays healthy, he learns to take care of himself, and he just continues to get better and better. I think he's gonna be the long-term starter for our franchise.
I got you. I like that. I think you said a lot of good stuff there, and we'll touch on that. Go ahead, Lewis.
Hey, that was a plane. I don't know where we were flying to. That shit was long as hell. But real quick.
My man Irv be giving you context.
It was on autopilot.
Thoughts, man.
Real quick though, the argument we were having, because I was up there with Cap for like the other day with Mace, and the argument wasn't, we didn't start with Brady. See, the narrative about this Aaron Rodgers thing, with everybody being scared of Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, right? And we were talking, and Mace was like, well, look at his numbers from 2007 or 2008 to 2016. Well, wait a minute. See, that's the problem. He's great. No one's denying that Aaron Rodgers is great. But his career didn't end in 2016.
He's still playing.
He's still playing. And the fact of the matter is, why would I be scared of a quarterback, right, that in the last, 4 years, he had 3 NFC championship games in his house, and he's choked. He's failed. Mm-hmm. So why would I be scared of a guy? And again, yes, the roster in the Jets, everybody knows they're a young and upcoming team. And Aaron Rodgers is going to he's going to make them better. But this narrative of him being scared, bro, we make it seem since 2016, he hasn't had a top 10 defense in Green Bay. He hasn't had 2 elite running backs. He hasn't had a good offensive line. He arguably had the number 1 receiver in the game in Devontae Adams. Like, why would I be scared of a quarterback that, again, he's great. No one's taking that away from Aaron. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, he hasn't won anything. He's a choke artist, in my opinion. So why would we be scared? And that's where Mace was missing what me and Cap were saying. Mace was trying to give us the argument, oh, well, look, from this number, from 2008 to 2016. Bro, we're in 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
I wholeheartedly agree with you. Yeah, you know I wholeheartedly agree with you. And I think,
I mean, look, when it comes to that,
of course,
I'm not going to say anything when it comes to that, but you have to say at the same time, CB, and I'm sorry to cut in real quick. I can't dismiss the playoff appearances. I can't.
Damn, you said you can't dismiss the playoff appearances,
even though he didn't perform well.
Hey, get me in the playoffs every year.
But see,
get me in the playoffs every year.
Look, but this is the thing with you guys say, get me in the playoffs, right? These guys aren't getting their teams into the playoffs by themselves. Like, you got to have a team. And this is what I want you guys to realize is that no matter how good or bad we are, like, the team has got to play. We got to play in all phases. Defense, offense, special teams. If our defense plays better last year, we're much better. We're in a much better position going into the playoffs, right? Like we just got to look at it from all phases. We can't just say this quarterback alone is going to take this team over the top.
And look, to Irving's point too, I mean, last year we can't argue the fact that Tua did grow throwing the ball and getting the call. Like, he wasn't getting pass interference calls before because he wasn't taking the gamble. And that's a new trait that I like, that I want to see more, because we need to have the flags thrown our way if we're going to throw the ball with a quarterback that's supposed to be stout and get that respect. And I like that. That's a new trait that I think will be beneficial moving into late December. Getting those calls.
Big Nick, what's going on with you, bro?
Hey, man, I got to come in here hot, man. I'm sorry, man. I got to come in here hot, man. I got to kill somebody I got to kill somebody in the chat real quick.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
I cannot believe there's no way on God's green earth that Tyrone is as dumb as his takes. Can't be. There's no way Tyrone can be as dumb as his takes. First of all, he said, he said something about How could Tua be so great when the Dolphins made the playoffs without him last year?
Oh,
The
that was
Dolphins won 9
ridiculous,
games. Tua won 8 of those games. What is he talking about?
bro. We can't
Like,
address
come
the
on,
troll.
man.
Hey, some of these dudes are trolls, Nick. We know that. Let's not even entertain the
CB,
trolls.
and CB, somebody said that you read the on the platform. You said they said Joe Burrow is cool under pressure. They just wish Tua was.
Yeah.
Is Tua not the kid that came in his first appearance ever in primetime football, came in and led his team to a national championship with probably the biggest throw in college football history? Was that not Tua? Was that not Tua that came in when we was behind? I believe that was against Cleveland. We were losing. He came in and he took us back and we won the game. Was that not Tua that came back and dominated Baltimore in the second half and wind up throwing 6 touchdowns? Was that not Tua that led us drive after drive against Detroit? Was that not Tua?
And that's the thing. I think when we look at over Tua's career, what he's done some good stuff. He's put some good stuff on film. He's put some good situations on film. He's done honestly, when you look at a quarterback, a young quarterback, you can say Tua's done a little bit of everything pretty well, right? I don't think we can say he does anything poorly, just bad. Like deep ball, intermediate. He can make every throw on the field. We've seen that. Like all we can say is Tua hasn't been healthy where we need him to be healthy.
Yeah. And you know what, Big Nick, you know what I said? The 72 Dolphins undefeated season, the season that everybody talks about, was off the backs of 2 quarterbacks, Earl Morrow and Bob Greasy. So last year, playoff entrance was off the backs of 2 quarterbacks as well.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shake, I got to get on you real quick, Shake. I
Go
got to
ahead.
get on people that continue to call Michael Jordan the GOAT. When Michael Jordan is not the all-time leader in nothing in the NBA, how can you call him the GOAT when he's not all-time leader in anything in the NBA?
Well, see,
I can answer that. My First Amendment rights. My First Amendment rights. That's why.
No, Big Nick.
Hey, hold up, Tony. We gotta address
3:30, baby. That's 3:30.
That's what everybody's takes.
And he got 4 rings with 3 teams.
Careful, Big Nick. Careful, Big Nick.
That should be everybody's take moving forward.
Overrated.
Yeah, that's all good.
Hey, that needs to be
Jordan's the GOAT, bro.
Irv, that needs to be everybody's take moving forward. It's your First Amendment right to say whatever.
Jimmy's the new GOAT, bro.
Whatever ridiculousness they want to say that LeBron's the GOAT. Really.
Jimmy is him. Himmy
Butler. Y'all talking about Himmy Butler?
Himmy buckets, bro.
Hey, by the way, just for the record, and I state this on everything. My GOAT, and again, this is my opinion because I'm a casual basketball fan. I'm gonna let you know right now. My GOAT, and I'm not gonna debate it with nobody, is Kobe Bryant. That's it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right. I couldn't do that.
My GOAT is Kareem. My GOAT is Kareem.
I couldn't do that either, but I like it. I like it.
I think in order to be a GOAT, you got to be able to play in every era, and I don't think Kareem could play today. I'm just saying.
I don't believe that.
I believe he could.
Can't guard nobody.
Well, he gonna be. Well, of course his body gonna be a little different in today's NBA. His body would definitely be.
No, we don't do that. No, we got to play.
You can't. Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Wait a minute. Actually, there's a center. Honestly, I think Wilt can be in this league.
Yeah, Wilt
can't guard nobody.
Nah, what a big dude. Now, come on now. What a big dude.
He can run down.
He can guard. Hey, he can guard Embiid.
No, and you're underestimating his athleticism because of the era he played in. Though, Big Nick, the guy was an Olympic track and field star.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson cheated to get the world record. Usain Bolt won the world record.
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Michael Jordan said it best. Michael Jordan said it best.
Wait. Go ahead, Big Nick. Go ahead, man. Hey, it's a hot mic, man. We can only talk one at a time, guys.
Ben Johnson, I believe he won the he cheated They got like a 10.29 or something like that. That was a world record.
Now we on a whole different topic. We done talking athlete
Okay.
track and field.
All right.
Let me welcome in.
We're just comparing today back then to now.
I got
now they're bigger, faster. And if you want to compare those players, you got to compare those players as they are compared to what they are today.
I got you. Now we're gonna get back to football. Hey, G, what's good with you? I see you in here. What's up with you, man?
What's good? How you doing this morning, man? How everybody doing?
What's good, G?
Good, G, bro. You don't come up as often no more, man. How you doing? How you been?
I be working, bro. Out here trying to get it. Man.
I feel you. Hey, Ian Baller, what's up with you, bro?
Hey, what's good, everybody? How's everyone doing?
Good. How you feeling? Ty, what's going on with you?
Hey, I'm right now. I'm just waiting for the season, man. This is driving me nuts. Taking too long.
What's up, Todd? What's up, G? What's up, man?
Everyone's picking the Jets over the Dolphins now.
Yeah. By the way, G, you had me laughing. You had me laughing my ass off in the chat yesterday, bro. I appreciate that.
Hey, Shake, man. Look, boy.
I don't know what you did color, but you got my head ripped off a couple of nights ago on Shake Money's show. I don't know what the hell you
Big Nick, breaking up, Big Nick.
Over you.
Boy, Big Nick, with that tour love, you deserve that, boy. You deserve everything you got, boy. Boy, you be laying that sugar on thick, boy. He got that caramelized sugar over there, boy. Good, got the money, boy. I got diabetes. It be so sweet up in here.
Hey, my dog can't like his quarterback.
Hey, man, look, we supposed to like the quarterback.
That's a strong mustache.
We got to call him
strong mustache.
Big Nick, go ahead.
Like you actively root against him, I actively root for him. Just like you actively root against him, I actively root for him.
Man, see, I don't know what you on, man. I don't know what you on, bro. Talking about I actively root against Tua. When the bad playing, when Tua is playing, I'm the biggest Tua fan you ever seen when he on the field, man. I want the Dolphins to win, bro. But if the man, look, man, bro.
Go ahead, G. I want you to finish because you said you a fan when he on the field. I don't know. I can't hear G. I think G went ghost on us.
Speak your mind, G.
G, you gotta speak it. Hey, come on now. You gotta speak it now because.
Can you guys hear me?
Von Joe, what's good?
Barely.
What's going on?
What's good with you?
He had the clip loaded.
Where Pete at, man? Pete, where you at?
You don't hear me?
You see, look at Tua is all right.
I can barely hear you.
Hey, I heard somebody in the distance.
That's the best way to leave Pete right there. Barely hear him.
I like to hear Pete sometimes, man.
Yeah.
I like to hear the opposition. G went quiet on us, man.
G on the clock.
Oh, he said G.
How can you tell me I slathered Tua up with sugar, but he's the biggest Tua? I mean, I don't understand that. He's criticizing me for something he's doing.
He criticizing you for liking your quarterback, man.
But he did say he's the biggest Tua supporter when he's on the field.
I don't understand it either, bro. It's hard for me to fathom too. But I just rock with these guys, man. However you want to approach it, you can approach it. Whether it's glass half full or glass half empty, you got it.
Sometimes you can't pick your family, Big Nick.
Yeah, that's how it be. You know, you got that crazy uncle who be saying outlandish shit.
Everybody that's married and got their kids pick their own family. Don't tell me you can't pick your family.
Hey, Bahanana says CB83, who's your GOAT QB if it's not Brady?
Dan Constantine Marino. My
GOAT QB is Dan Marino because this is, and it's not about the rings or none of that. It's about the individual accomplishment.
Yeah,
he broke barriers before barriers were being broken. Right, he was a gunslinger. He defined the term of a gunslinger. So that's
and imagine what he would do in this today's game.
Yeah, imagine what he would do in a system like New England system when Brady was there.
You know what Dan Marino's biggest overlooked stat is? Do you know what his biggest overlooked stat is? This is his biggest overlooked stat. 6'5", 230 pounds. People didn't realize that about Big Dan. And he had a rock cannon.
Yeah, and I think Big Nick, I think the what people don't realize, I think Brady's always had the great defenses that Marino never had. Like Brady's defense was always top 5, top 10, and they were always the reason why they're always in the Super Bowl or in the playoffs, bro. And Brady always had a system with him for 20-some years. Like, he never changed, right? So he was able to basically master that system. So, like,
it's right, and it's hard for us to hold that against Brady because Brady just played in it, right? He was a part of it. So it's hard for us to hold that against Brady. I'm not holding it against him, but I just look at other quarterbacks who kind of did it by themselves, and I can respect those guys a little bit more than I can.
But you know what? One thing.
Go ahead.
Brady didn't have.
Let's Shake go real quick. Big Nick, let's Shake go. Big Nick.
Let him land. I want have one thing to say. Go ahead, Big Nick.
If Brady didn't have a couple 5,000 yard seasons or like 48, 50 touchdown seasons, I will hold that against him. But when you look at this man's resume and see that the passing yards that he has put up in this league, you got to kind of give him his props, man. I mean, you got.
And the 1 year he had the best talent he had was with Randy Moss, and he didn't win the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah,
but you can't say because he had Randy Moss alone. You got to look at come on, man. You got to look at his defense. You got to look at everything around him.
Well, Randy Moss accounted for half his touchdowns, 50 touchdowns. But no, the one thing I wanted to say about Tom Brady, and a lot of people don't really mention this, is that you look at he had 3 great offensive minds teaching him. He had Charlie Weiss, he had Bill O'Brien, and he had Josh McDaniel. He had 3 guys. He learned 3 systems. He was learning from 3 different offensive coordinators. So he got to learn from great offensive minds, where too many quarterbacks these days don't really get. They're lucky if they get 1, let alone 3.
Yeah, and I can respect that too, because I think coaching has a lot to do with quarterback success. And there's not many guys who can go out there and just do it themselves. We look at some of these rookies and we look at how they're performing. I mean, it's based on basically who they're learning from, right? Joe Burrow's learning from what's his name? Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson.
No.
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor, yeah.
Zach Taylor, who was a quarterback, who was a coach with the Dolphins for a while. Then he goes to Cincinnati, becomes a head coach. But he's just a really good offensive mind, and that's what I think Tua has needed. And we saw Tua play well with Mike McDaniel, and it was Mike McDaniel's first year. Now,
it's Tua's second time in the last 7 years of playing in the same offensive system. Second time in the last 7, well, the first time in the last 7 years he's played in the same system.
2 years in a row.
He never did it.
And that's great.
The first time he's doing it in the pros. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, in Alabama, they did play in the same system. The one thing about Nick Saban, he has the same offensive playbook no matter who the offensive coordinator is. They may add a few wrinkles, but
it's different terminology.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I think the NFL is just different too, like just overall. So I think he'll play well within the system. Tua took a huge leap. If we're looking at the film and we're evaluating it, and we're looking at his numbers when he was in the game, he took a large leap, significant leap. This is an interesting comment by Von Joe.
Todd McShay, has he got hired anywhere?
No, McShay's an analyst, isn't he?
No. What was our offensive coordinator name the first year?
Oh, Chad O'Shea.
Chad O'Shea. No.
Yeah, well, last time I heard he was a tight ends coach for the Browns. I don't know if he's doing that still.
All our OCs.
He's been delegated as a tight ends coach ever since.
All our OCs and DCs go places and take demotions. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, because we had the 3 offensive coordinator system thingy. One of them got demoted to a tight end coach for Baltimore.
What was terrible
we kept Stidgeville, but he's a running back coach.
What was terrible was Zach Taylor and the other quarterbacks coach went to the Bengals, became defensive coordinator and head coach, went to the Super Bowl.
Yep. That's what they did. Man. Hey, so Von Joe says CB83. I just don't understand. Hold on, somebody got some bad feedback. Who is Watch the feedback. So it says CB83. I just don't understand when someone hates on another guy that they don't even know to the point where they cannot be objective on the guy's performance. And this is coming from Von Joe. Von Joe is a staunch Wolfpack supporter, right? I think Von Joe has become a bit more objective when it comes to evaluating.
Somebody hacked his account.
And that's what it seems like, right, Cap? Because honestly, I don't see how you hate on Tua. Like, you could say, hey, he's not healthy. Cool. Say he's not healthy. I'm fine with that. He can't stay healthy. That's one thing. But to say he isn't getting better and he isn't performing a lot better in his third year is just a wild take to me. So you gotta be objective. It'd be nice if everyone could just understand that Tua's a pretty good football player. He's just got to stay healthy at this point.
So I hate it.
Yeah, that's his only question mark. I'll see y'all later.
Hey,
have a great afternoon.
Wait. Irv, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I'm gonna have to get out of here. I gotta go back to work. But you guys have a great afternoon. You guys are all right, bro. I think Tua's just got to stay healthy. I think that's his biggest question mark, bro. And just continue to get better and just lead us into the playoffs and win, bro. That's all he's got to do, bro. And he could be a long-term guy. But all right, fellas, it's always
hey, Urban,
a pleasure.
Ain't no traffic by you,
man?
Ain't no Formula One traffic around your way?
No, I didn't see because I live like 10 minutes away from the stadium, so I didn't see any traffic my way. Probably in that area around like 190, like Dan Marino Boulevard, probably.
Yeah. All right, man. Irv, have a good one, bro.
All right, brother.
I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Great day. Hey, man.
I hated Larry Bird. I hated Larry Bird. He was ugly. He was slow. I didn't think he could play.
Man, why are we talking basketball?
Man, that man will trash talk you to death, bro. He'll tell you what he's gonna do, and he'll do it.
I'm gonna land to what Von Joe said. I hated him. I didn't think he could play. He was garbage until he retired, and I had an opportunity to sit back and remember and reminisce and then look at some of his highlights. And Larry Bird just now is getting off of my all-time starting five for LeBron, right? You don't appreciate somebody because you have such hatred for him that you can't see how good they really are. And I think a lot of that is
1,000%,
man.
And that's fair because honestly, that's how I felt about Kobe for a long time. I'm just not a Kobe fan. About Kobe Bryant. I'm just not a Kobe fan. And I always thought he was a selfish player. He was a me guy. But when you sit back and you look at it afterwards, you was like, damn, he was really just trying to will his team to victory.
He was that dude.
And really trying to elevate his team. So you have a lot more respect for guys after they're done playing. And you see their greatness because you don't see it after that. Like, you don't see it for a while. You're like, damn, that guy really did have a large impact on the game. So I can agree with you there. I just feel like at this point, Dolphin fans, we got to start rocking together, man. We got to come together and we need to unite a little bit more because I'm tired of seeing these Bills fans and these Jets fans get on these panels and talk shit about our team. I think
we are, man.
It just won't fly, bro.
I think we are little by little, man. I think for the most part, like the dogpiling, I don't think it's happening anymore. I think we're, as far as the draft, that everybody was in a little bit of a disarray, but everybody I think is on point now with the selections.
Yeah, I agree with that too, man. And I think we're adding pieces. I think this team is ready, bro. I think we could use a little bit more, but we're damn near there, Cap. I mean, if you could add one piece to this team, what would it be? And it needs to be a piece that's gonna get us over the
Taylor Lewan
to a Super Bowl. What?
Why Taylor Lewan?
I'll start with you, Cap, and then just tell me why you think that's the play. That's the.
We need O-line, bro. This is it. We need O-line. That's it.
You say O-line?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Big Nick, what you think?
Dalvin Cook.
Okay. Why Dalvin Cook, Nick?
Because that takes us from a 30-point team to a 40-point team. Because you can't game plan against that speed. You can't game plan against the threat of Dalvin Cook. Now you got Jalen Waddle, you got Tyreek Hill running rampant,
And I think this new tight end kid, I think he's going to be the next Darren Waller, man. I've been watching this dude film, and this dude is big and strong, and he got hands, man.
All right, I like that. G, what you think? Can you talk, G? Nah, G tied up at works. Ian Baller, what you think, man? One piece to get us over the hump.
I think we need one more O lineman. So I would say Cameron Fleming to help out a lot, and obviously we'll have a lot of competition at that left guard spot. So we'll see.
Okay, all right, Shake, what you think? One piece.
Hey, just like people say, we have to come to terms that Tua is the starting quarterback. We have to come to the terms that Austin Jackson, Eichenberg are the starting offensive linemen. But anyway, I would say one piece. I like the Dalvin Cook, but I'm gonna have to change up and say Derrick Henry. Reason I like Derrick Henry is because once we get 3rd and 1, I think the probabilities of converting that with Dalvin Cook are a lot higher when he's on the field. And we already have the change of back pace with Ache and Mostert. So I think that great big power back will help. But I like Dalvin Cook as well. But I'm gonna just say Derrick Henry.
I like that. I like that take. I think either Derrick Henry or Dalvin. I prefer Dalvin in our offense just because I think he gives us a little bit more versatility in the pass game, in the screen game. I think so. This is always my thing about the offenses. Like the best offensive coordinator is going to use the entire football field, and they're going to use an array of different plays in order to attack the football field. So I feel like Dalvin Cook gives you the versatility on the outside, the inside, in the pass game, in the screen game. He just gives you a lot more versatility there. And I think that's why they're looking to add him to this offense, because they realize that, hey, if you get a back like him, defenses have to kind of plan for him, and that leaves our pass game and just in better shape. It leaves our pass game in better shape. So I think that is the play, and hopefully the Dolphins make a play at it, and we'll see.
And it's not Dolphin Stadium, technically it's Allen Stadium. This dude averages like 150 yards down in Miami. Like seriously, it's crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead, G.
That stadium.
Hey,
man, you breaking up. You're in the blender.
man,
bro.
I want to, bro.
I think you breaking up. You might have to come down and come back up, G, because you breaking up, bro. He said, hey, you in the blender with Shake. Hey, come back up, G. I'm gonna drop the link for you. You were just breaking up. You might want to get a better connection real quick and then pop back in. So who else?
My biggest fear is X missing significant time. That's my biggest fear of the team is X missing significant time.
And if he does, that's why we drafted that corner.
Yeah, but even if he does, okay, we can move Smith to his position, hopefully. But that means we can't move Jalen Ramsey around like we wanted to.
I mean, we could still move Jalen Ramsey around, but it all depends on the matchup. Like someone mentioned against Kansas City, just play Ramsey right on Kelsey and just let other guys do their thing.
So I think Lewis just shared a tweet with me. I wanted to play this. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hey guys, mute yourselves if you're not on right now, because I'm getting some feedback. So please mute yourself. I wanted to share this link real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share this with. I'm gonna share a screen real quick. Give me 1 second. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, we got me. Hold on.
Yeah, we can.
All right, cool. But I don't know. How do you share audio on this on StreamYard if I'm pulling it from a different page?
Just press play. When you share, just press play on the original. See, the thing about it is you got to go back to where you where are you sharing it from? Yeah, there you go.
So you
great.
Can you hear the volume?
Have enough elsewhere to overcome some of those.
So you hear the volume on it?
I can hear it.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure everybody could hear this. I've never watched this video before. This is Lewis sharing it. He said he wanted to take a look at it real quick. Let's take a look at it and see what it's saying.
All right, so Lewis, Bill just kind of referenced it. Even if the offensive line isn't great this year, the Dolphins have enough elsewhere to overcome some of those offensive line deficiencies?
I absolutely believe they do. And look, and when you're talking about the offensive line, I think they need to be helped out from a philosophical standpoint. And that falls on the shoulders of head coach Mike McDaniel, which means, look, just run the football. Just when teams are trying to take away your dynamic passing game by either running drop 8 or running too high when they're rushing traditionally with 4 and dropping with 7, you've got to run the rock, because when they do, they showed you. Look, Raheem Mostert can get after it. Jeff Wilson Jr. can get after it. They just drafted Devin A-Chain from Texas A&M in the 3rd round. These guys are burners now, and they are tough as hell. And this offensive line, look, any offensive line will tell you, any offensive lineman will tell you, let me get up on my hands and let me get up on my toes and come off the football. Let me start smacking this guy in the mouth a little bit so I put some doubt in his mind as far as whether it's going to be run or pass. Because if they're just teeing off on me and I'm an inferior athlete, what's going to happen? And besides, it'll keep Tua from having to drop back so many times and protect him. Defensively, they are stacked, man.
All right, let's talk about that real quick. And that's a really good point. And this was my beef with Mike McDaniel all year last year, right? It's one thing for you not to run the football. But when you get into a position where you're not setting the tone on offense, you're not being physical, you're letting the team dictate the physicality of the game, you really put yourself in a bad spot. And this is why it's so important to run the ball, because you're going to get into situations where, the teams are so into the flow of you passing the ball that your offensive line is just getting beat up on. And they're just taking a beating because they're sit back in their pass setting, and these dudes are literally teeing off on them every play, right? So it's going to be important. And when he says, hey, it's going to be important for offensive linemen to feel like they can get on their hands, right? Get up on their toes and jump off the ball and attack the other team sometimes. That's going to be a key in terms of running the football and establishing the tone of the Miami Dolphins. And I think that's important. How do you guys feel about that? I'll start with you, Shaq.
I think it's as far as running the ball, I think it's very important because at the end of the day, you don't want to become one-dimensional.
Yeah, yeah. So not becoming one-dimensional. Cap, what do you feel about it?
Yeah, we got we were going 65, 35, just flinging it. I mean, we have to have that equal balance moving forward because we have the depth. Just, he has to learn just to, when these guys are averaging 4.6, let them do their thing.
Yeah, yeah. And guys, we ran the ball pretty well last year. I mean, Big Nick, how do you feel about what Charles Harris was saying?
So we was
or not Charles Harris. What's his name? I forgot his name. But
Louis
Riddick.
So we was dead last in rushing attempts, I believe, in the NFL. But I believe we had a top 10 per yard average in the NFL. So that goes to show that if we run the ball,
transaction they made,
especially in key situations, that our running game can be effective.
Yeah, it can be effective. Ian Baller, what'd you think about what Riddick said?
I mean, he makes a great point, and I agree. We need to not be so, one-dimensional. We need to balance it out to keep teams off guard, and we were actually second to last in rushing attempts. That's unacceptable. We got to do better than that.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, Ian Baller. The rushing attempts is key. You can't be second to last in the NFL and think you're going to establish your run game at any point.
So
it's just not good enough.
Play Madden? You know how you play Madden and you think you're really good, and you play this one dude and he takes away the shit that you do well. Like he figures it out and he takes it away, and then we're scared to go to plays that we don't run on our own playbook. You know what I'm saying? And so I think McDaniel kind of went through that last year a little bit. After San Diego game, teams realized, hey, if we take away that middle, then we got an opportunity against this team. So being able to run the ball will stop them from being able to just sit there and wait in that middle, because now that safety got to come down and help out. So we gotta say, you know what? We gotta run all the plays. We can't just be happy with the ones that we know like the back of our hand. We gotta
That's
all
true.
the plays.
And Big Nick makes a really good point, bro. Everybody can play Madden till it's really time to play Madden, right?
Right.
When somebody start taking away what you usually do well, and you got to go in your playbook, you got to go in your bag and find other plays and run the football. That's when you really figure out who's a really good player.
Yeah.
So you got to understand that, and that's kind of the same thing. And the good thing about this is that Mike McDaniel's kind of figured that out, that he needed to do that. Let me go to Sharif. Sharif, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you coming on, man. How you feeling?
What's good? What's good? Fins up to everyone.
Fins up. Hey,
Yeah, man.
What you think about Riddick saying run the ball, man? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that that's very important. I don't know if it'll play out to like McDaniel's promise to Mostert or him saying he needed to run the ball more, but I know it certainly would make. I think there's about maybe 40 runs last year that we did not run. So if you add in those 40 runs with, do we win the Buffalo game? Do we win the Cincinnati game? Do we win the, Green Bay game? So maybe there's about 30 to 40 runs that McDaniel realizes watching tape that he did not run. So to me, you absolutely have Tyreek, which nullifies Cedric Wilson. And it basically nullifies your weapons if you run the ball. So I'm fine with what we have evolved and become. And I'm off. I'm off the running game because we're not that, right? If we get 300 from Mostert and Wilson, and we get 600, 300 in rushing, 300 in catching from 18, and that's all we get, guess what? I think we're a 12-win team, but to me,
I think I get what you're saying, but Sharif, but I think you're underestimating our run game. I think you're kind of shortchanging it because you feel like, hey, we have dynamic receivers. You can have dynamic receivers and dynamic runners. I think it's just you have to. I think we're gonna have to establish ourselves in the trenches.
I think it's more. I think it's more or less me taking an approach of I know what he has to do to win, which is to give Waddle and Tyreek the ball. So I'm kind of getting off his back in that way if he has to do it and we win. That's kind of how, I was the equal guy, run 30, pass 30, but I realized what we have, which is why Cedric has to go, and maybe Gaskin too. But so I'm laying off with the so much equal run. I know we have to pass to win.
And by the way, after Monty Fins, I want to say something. But
go ahead, Monty. Go ahead. Monty, what's good with you, bro?
Hey, what's going on, panel?
Hey, what's good,
first
brother?
of all, we were. It's clearly that I know Mostert averaged 4.9 yards per carry for the year. That's a good average. And then
that's a great
for
number.
us to be at the second from the last in rushing attempts is unacceptable. Mike McDaniels is too smart, too witty to have that kind of down. I was very disappointed because he was the run game coordinator in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So the league is 17 games, not 1 or 2 games. So you understand from the very beginning, we have to be balanced. We can't not run the ball at least 20 times a game. Like this is ridiculous. That was very disappointing and underwhelming for me. So hopefully next year will be.
I agree.
So it needs to be a standard that we run the ball at least 20 plus times a game.
It needs to be a standard. And this is, guys, if you go back and look at my previous streams at after games, at halftime, all I was saying was, hey, you just need to run the ball more, dude. I get you want to throw the ball. I get you have weapons, but you got to find a way to run the ball more. And as a result of us not running the ball enough, we lost games. Like Vegas, not Vegas, but the Chargers game, San Fran game, is because we didn't run the ball more. I'm putting it on that solely. If you run the ball a little bit more, your players are going to be open. You're going to have easier windows to throw in. If you sit back and run the ball only 8 times, 9 times a game, you're not going to win the game. It's not good enough on the ground. You're not establishing yourself. So that's my thing.
Yeah, I fully agree. And when you look at the tape, the 21 personnel is basically if Sobert Salbert or Smite if Salbert or Smite can stay on the field, and then the next spot is Engel. So Engel and Smite staying on the field is 21 personnel.
Engel's got to
Right.
stay healthy. We need him.
But what Miami wants to do is to be able to use Engel, who can go upfield, and Smythe or Salbert, who can go upfield, and then only have 2 receivers, right? So that would be Waddle and Tyreek. And once you mess around and go in the wrong personnel, guess what? We can go in 3 wide with that, or we can go with 4 wide. Because if A-Chain is in that position at running back instead of Mostert, now it's 4 speedsters, right? So you have 4 speedsters and a 21 personnel. That's almost elite. Because the 21 personnel is a fullback and a tight end. So if you got A-Chain, Tyreek, and Waddle, and Sobert is supposedly a speedster at tight end, and even so if we get Wiggins there involved, he's an even faster tight end, and he can match up with the speed of Tanner Connor. So if we get in 21 personnel, what we love, we can actually run in that. We can run the ball in that as well.
Yeah, I like it. So the weapons are there. Go ahead, Shake real quick. I'm going to go to Shake, and then I'm going to play the video again, and I'll come back.
And then one thing I want to say is when we also talk about the Green Bay game, right? It's just like with the Atlanta game. Atlanta, you were up 20-something to 3, right? There's no need for you to drop back every pass after the second half. The only way you should pass is if you're like you see Tyreekhill, let's say, for instance, you're about to run the ball and Tua sees Tyreek on an obvious one-on-one, then you could audible, all right, we're going to pass because ain't no way Tyreekhill is going to get stopped on this play. You know what I'm saying? But you don't run the ball, guess what happens? You stop the clock, and now you're giving the defense, the other team, more time to get back in the ball game.
And honestly, this is why I like having an experienced guy like Dalvin back there. Dalvin's the type of guy down the stretch you can give the ball to every time. You can count on him getting positive yards, and you can count on him not fumbling the ball. He's going to get you positive yards. He's not going to fumble the ball. He's been in situations where he can carry a team for a whole entire drive down the field. So that's why I like having a guy like Dalvin back there, as opposed to having the 1-2 punch of Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert, is because once you take one of those guys out and put the other one in, you kind of know what you're going to get as a defense. The defense is looking like, hey, I kind of know what I'm going to get on this run. Let's follow him. He's not going to, like, with Dalvin, you just don't know. So that's why I do like the thought of Dalvin. I'm going to continue playing the video, and then we're going to go ahead, Big Nick.
But
and then I want you to leave this up.
Hold on, I'm gonna go Big Nick, and then I'm gonna go to Mountie, and then I'm gonna start it. Go ahead.
We have to ask ourselves, in the pantheon of big scheme, it doesn't mean anything to the team, but we have to start asking ourselves as fans tough questions like, are we really willing to sacrifice 1,700 yards and 12 touchdowns and 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns for a running game? Because basically that's what we're going to do. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. Tyreek is not going to get us 1,700. Jalen is not going to get us 1,400. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to run the ball. But I know we need to do that to be a complete balanced team. But us as fans, do we want that?
Hey, and that's the thing. And I'm not cool with forcing Tyreek the ball. I'm not cool with forcing Jalen Waddle the ball. I want everything to be in the flow of the offense. So play action, off the play action. We were at our best when we were operating out of the play action and playing within the scheme of the game. We weren't forcing anybody the ball to try to get a score. Like, we were just playing. And when you go back and look at Detroit and you look at Cleveland and you look at games like that, you realize that, hey, we don't need to do a lot. We just need to kind of play our game. We ain't got to force anybody to football. Go ahead, Monty.
To Shake and Nick's point. First of all, look. First of all, the game has evolved. Players have gotten to a point where, this prima donna type of situations where I've gotten to a point in my career. I need to get this many yards, this point, this touchdowns, this that. Tyreek Hill, he has a ring. He's got his money. He aspires to get a gold coat now. So he wants his yards. He wants his touchdowns. He wants that. And Mike McDaniel basically obligated him the ball from the very beginning of the season, before the season even started, 2,000 yards.
Mounty, I push back on that a little bit because he's the most dynamic player in the league with the ball in his hands. Like, why would
CB? That's fine.
So this is true, right?
However,
this is true.
It's 10 other players on the field.
I understand that wholeheartedly. I do. I understand there's 10 other guys. Only 3 or 4 of those guys can actually catch the football and run with it, right? So out of those 3 or 4 guys that can catch the ball and run with it, you got 5 linemen on the field, right? They can't do anything with it. He's the most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands. You're gonna have to get him touches, whether it's running jet sweeps, whether it's tossing him the ball, whether it's putting him in the backfield, whether it's running routes or running go routes or slants or bubble screens. You got to find ways to get him the ball. Like, and I agree. Right. So with that being, look.
Last year, there was 5 games last year where Tyreek didn't catch a touchdown, and we lost 4 of those games.
I agree. I agree with that totally. But do you think? Okay, let me ask you this question to the whole panel. If we ran the ball 20 plus times a game against Buffalo, do you think we win?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we win.
Exactly.
Exactly.
There's times when you have teams that can score. When you have a quarterback that's a dual threat and he got people to throw to, you have to keep him off the field. How do you keep him off the field? Running the ball, chewing up the clock.
Yeah, but you're dealing with a first-time head coach, first-time play caller. So,
that's true too. Yeah. So and that's the beauty in this, right?
I'm not giving McDaniels a pass. Sorry, Big Nick. I'm not giving him a pass.
You got to give him a pass year 1. I think you got to give him a pass year 1. Now, year 2,
the season is 17 games, not 1.
I know, but year two, you got to say, hey, you realized what your mistake was, and you got to get better here. You know you got to run the ball more. You know you got to establish yourself in the trenches and be a more physical football team. So you got to run the ball more. And if he doesn't run the ball this year, there's no excuse. And if it comes down to him not running the ball, and that's why we're losing games, he probably should be on the hot seat.
Think about it this way, Monty. First-time head coach, first-time play caller, had to play 3 different quarterbacks and still got your team to the playoffs. You got to give him a pass, man.
It's a lot.
Hey, but you have other experienced coaches on your coaching staff.
Yeah, but the buck stops with him, buddy. The buck stops with him.
It does. Hey, let me go ahead. I'm going to continue this video right now. Louis Riddick gets into talking a little bit of defense, so I want to hear him talk a little bit of defense, which is cool. Here we go.
And I'm an inferior athlete. What's going to happen? And besides, it'll keep Tua from having to drop back so many times and protect him. Defensively, they are stacked, man. The best transaction they made this offseason was hiring Vic Fangio to be the defensive coordinator. And he's got playmakers at all 3 levels, man. He's got them all. They've got pass rush. I mean, Jalen Phillips is one of the best-looking athletes in the NFL. Christian Wilkins is one of the best pass rushing read techniques in the NFL. They trade for Bradley Chubb. They signed David Long in free agency. And in the secondary with Jalen Ramsey and Javon Holland, are you kidding me? Do you know what kind of damage you're going to be able to do with those 2 guys as interchangeable as they are? Miami is loaded, man. They just need to change philosophically some of their run-pass decisions as far as, when it comes to situational football in particular on 3rd down. Remember Buffalo? I remember it. They'll be okay. They're going to be right there with the big boys for sure.
All right, so Lewis, Bill just kind of
I like it, and I'll go to you guys. How do you guys feel about what he said in regards to that? I'll start with you, Shake, and then we'll go down the line. Go ahead.
As far as the defense is concerned, I think that Vic Fangio was is the key cog to this. Adjusting situational, because at the end of the day, I think Josh Boyer was a great young defensive coordinator, but unfortunately, he didn't have enough experience where his best stuff, when his specialty got taken away, he didn't adjust to the game properly. He'll probably will become one down the line, but Vic Fangio is there right now, and I think if the secondary gets hurt, I think he has enough experience and enough know-how to adjust to morph his defense if his specialty does get taken away, to put his defenses in good situations to win, regardless of if he has injuries or not.
I like it. I really like that take, Shake. You kind of covered a bunch of different things there, but I really like that. Big Nick, what do you think?
Before I give you what I take, can you go back to the beginning just so you can put the header up that they had up, the banner that they had up early on the video?
You're talking about the Vic Fangio banner?
No, that banner right there. I want you guys, while I'm giving my statement on that, I want you guys to concentrate on that right there, all right? And just to show you
what is that? It says Dolphins 9th worst pass block win rate in the NFL last season.
And then read under there.
Tua Tagovailoa missed 5 games, including playoffs, during 2 times in concussion protocol.
Had nothing to do with offensive line. Had nothing to do with offensive line.
Facts.
Had nothing to do with offensive line. That's the narrative that these people set, that a lot of the Wolfpack respect these people, and that's the route they're going down. They set the narrative. The media does. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But with the defensive thing, absolutely. I'm with Shake Money. Josh Boyer just couldn't adjust. Once his secondary went down, which predicated him running the defense that he needed to run, he didn't know how to adjust, so he continued to run that defense with lesser players, and it bit us in the ass. And that was the main problem with Josh Boyer. You didn't know how to adjust.
Yeah, man, adjusting is key, especially in today's NFL, man, because they watch so much film, they're game planning so much. You got to be able to adjust on the run. If you aren't adjusting and teams are locking in on what you're doing each week, you're going to struggle. That's just the nature of it. Go ahead. What'd you think about that, Sharif?
Hey, hold on, before you, Sharif, one thing I want to say real quick, and I'll make it real briefly. To me, Josh Boyer was just like McDaniel. He didn't have Boyer or Belichick to lean on last year, just like McDaniel didn't have Shanahan to lean on. So they were both an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator on an island on their own. Mm-hmm. And you've seen what happened because of that. But
yeah, I agree with that.
I think Josh Boyer confused himself, because if you look at one thing about buying into a system, right? Like from a fan aspect, you're supposed to buy into it. But what if from a fan aspect, you go deeper and you actually believe Patrick Graham, and you actually believe how leverage and fundamentals and discipline and knowing how to set the edge. Do you remember Patrick Graham embracing and embedding that in our team? That's when we were nothing. We had stripped down everything. And when they brought that in, and during camp, you can see how guys deal with the cushion, with the bags. They dealt with it differently, and that carried on to sacks, turnovers. And so what I think Boyer went on and did is he tried to do his own cute thing, which is we never blitzed. What we really did was we held the left tackle once again so Ogba could come free. Ogba came free and got 9 sacks that year. My point is this. If you try to be cute being Boyer, you should have just did what Flores did, which was hold up the left tackle or hold up the right tackle and allow someone to come free instead of just being cute, because that pressure got to the quarterback. So you didn't need a good corner. What you needed was to stick to what Flores teach you, and you tried to be new and cute.
Yeah, and I think you said a lot there, but I think you're kind of spot on in regards to that. And Boyer's when it comes to coaching, he's a young coach. He was fresh. He just didn't know a lot. He was kind of leaning on Flores his entire 10 years of Dolphin. So it became a bit much for him, especially when guys go down. And not being able to adjust and playing with young corners. Like you gotta be willing to let those guys sink or swim a little bit. If you gotta play man up a little bit and you gotta press and keep guys off their spots, you gotta do it, bro. If that's what the defense predicates on you being successful, you have to do it. You have to make those changes, the necessary changes to play better football. And I think if our defense plays better down the stretch and just overall last year, we're just in a much different position going into the playoffs. And we probably don't end up playing Buffalo. And we probably end up.
That's why, and see, that's why I've always said.
You can't
Go ahead.
play undrafted rookies on the cover blitz type of defense over and over and over again. I mean, we playing 3 undrafted rookies cover 0, and they was getting their ass ate up. They was getting ate up.
And so what is unique about what the brother just said just now is we got organic pressure. We didn't get organic pressure. We got pressure what we made happen with Flores. And so even when we were bad, we had top 3 sacks presses in the league. So the thing is, when you hold up someone and allow someone to run free, that is something that Boyer just went away from. And so you didn't need a top corner per se. What you needed was to stick to the scheme. And someone will come free. So I think what happened to Boyer is he tried to challenge a front 4 or front 5 to make it on their own, and that just is not gonna happen. What you needed to do is scheme someone up so the quarterback can get rid of the. Remember now, when Agua had 9 sacks, you would get rid of the ball either the fastest on us or we were the top 2 in the NFL of you getting rid of the ball from us. And it wasn't because of our blitz. It was because if we go on nickel on 3rd down, someone's coming free, but you just don't know who it is.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Go ahead, Mountie. What'd you think about that, Mountie?
Hey, see, the thing is, and CB, I don't know if you was in the spaces when I was kind of ranting about the defense. First of all, it's like this, and one of the reasons we weren't getting organic pass rush, because that was the stem of my frustration. The scheme we run a 3-4 scheme, okay? Different looks, but generally a 3-4 scheme. Well, if you know anything about that scheme specifically, the most important piece in that scheme is your nose guard. If your nose guard is not drawing double teams, if he's not sucking up blocks, you're not going to get pressure from the outside because everybody else is going to be doubled.
Right.
That's why I'm not saying, look, Raekwon Davis, big dude, but dude, useless. He's a situational guy. He's a short yardage guy. He's a goal line guy.
But I don't know. And this is the thing. I agree with you there. His play in certain times, of course, it was useless. But I think that's where you bring in a Fangio to bring in another scheme to see how you could use him and get the best out of him.
Yeah, but the only way he's effective. Let
Mountie land. Let Mountie land, and then Big Nick, you go.
The only if you look at tape, the only way that Raekwon Davis is effective if you run stunts. If you do a stunt, he'll get through. That's it.
Yeah. But maybe you need to stunt a little bit more up front. Like maybe there's not enough stunts going on, and that's part. Maybe there's not enough movement, and I think that's where Fangio comes in and says, "Hey, with these 4 guys, I should be getting more organic pressure if I'm putting the offensive line in a bad position." And honestly, as coaching offensive line, I coached offensive line for years. Teams who stunt and move and do it well really put your offensive line in a bad situation. So if you could do it well and do it efficiently, it comes off as being a really great tool that you could use to get organic pressure with the 4 guys up front. You just got to use it. You just got to use it efficiently.
But that was the thing, CB. From day one, we all knew, if you was paying attention, we all knew that Brian Flores, Bill Belichick type of defense is not predicated on getting sacks from the front 4. They create sacks. They create the pressure. You're not going to go out there and get a $19, $20 million sack man on the edge. That's not how they operate. So there was never going to be an opportunity for Raekwon Davis to be responsible for freeing up the edges when that's not the defense. That wasn't the defense. We were not going to be creating all these sacks from Agba and from Shaq Lawson. That just wasn't how the defense was set up.
But dude, but Nick, when
it
you're
doesn't
6,
matter.
dude,
You have to play within the defense.
Just from a measurable perspective, when you're 6'7", 340, you should be uncontrollable.
It doesn't
you
matter.
Should be uncontrollable. You should be uncontrollable.
But look, you got to realize them dudes across from him. Look, you got to realize them dudes across from him are good as hell too. Like them dudes are 6'5", 300 too, like 322. Yeah. So I understand what you're saying. I understand you want more out of Raekwon Davis. I think we all want more out of Raekwon Davis. When we want to see him more tackles, on sacks, we want to see that. I just think Boyer really didn't know how to do a good job with this D line. When I look at this D line, and this is what this is one of the points that really, one of the things that really irked me about our defense and our defensive ends. Like they didn't understand how to keep contained and force the quarterback inside the pocket and keeping him in the pocket. There were too many times last year where we let guys get outside the pocket for big runs and run all over us. That was just one of my things too. Like Jalen Phillips was a good player last year, but there was a lot of plays where he couldn't keep his outside shoulder free, and he let the quarterback outside run around the edge and get 20, 30-yard runs. Like, you got to be disciplined in the trenches. And it's one thing for guys to be like, oh, I'm going to hit the quarterback. That's my job. But you got to also be able to keep the quarterback inside the pocket. You can't be rushing, going across your tackle's face and giving your quarterback a free run on the outside. It's just not solid football. It's bad fundamentals.
But CB, this is again, your defense, it starts from the middle out. If your middle guy is not raising hell in the middle, you're not making the offensive line. You're not making the offensive line have to make decisions. You're just not. You can get outside like that when your middle guy is raising hell. Then you have to keep a guard or something in it to help.
But we could say that Christian Wilkins had a pretty good year last year. We could say
that's the thing why people that get on my nerves when people tell, oh well, he doesn't get sacks. Well, he's doing his job plus Raekwon's.
Yeah, he had a pretty good year. But I think we need to just kind of sit back and get ready to watch our defense and watch how they play. I think it's going to be totally different from what we saw last year, right? I think it will be totally different. I think our defense will be much more disciplined. I think we'll play tougher. And I think our secondary will be 10 times better than what we were last year. It has to be in order for us to win games. If our secondary was better last year, we're a 12, 13 win team easily. Like, not a question. Even with Skyler and everybody else playing, it's just we're a better football team, man. So we're going on a 2-hour mark, man. I appreciate everybody coming up, man. This was a great show. Love talking to you guys about some Miami Dolphins stuff. We touched on a little bit of everything. Tua, Dalvin, the whole gambit, man. We're gonna do final takes real quick. I'm gonna start with you, Sharif. Let's keep it somewhat brief. I know you be trying to give the soliloquies. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm one of these guys that thinks that Fangio's new tooling of looking at this defense in the off season and a couple new things he's gonna put in, to me, it's gonna be the zero. When you look at it, I think you're gonna get some. What you got? Maybe 13 or 10 third downs on defense a game. Yeah, if we were to get 6 third down and 10s on the opposing offense, I think you're gonna see maybe 3 or 4 zeros in there a game. So I think you got the personnel, which we didn't have for the last 7 games. You have the personnel to do the zero. Don't try to fool me, Fangio. I know you're gonna do the zero. You're not kidding me.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it works out, Sharif. I appreciate you coming up, man. Hey, it's always shout out to the 242 to Bahamas, man. What part of Bahamas you in, Sharif?
Oh, I'm in the capital, from Nassau.
Okay, all right. I got
that's what's up.
my wife's family is from Nassau, man. We got family all over the island, out west, out east, centrally. Where do you live exactly in the Bahamas?
I stay in, I would say, near Paradise Island.
Okay.
So that's like near the port, where all the ships come in. They got like 5 ships coming in every Wednesday. So things are popping over here, man.
That's what's up, man.
Question for you, Sharif. The most important question: how's your conch making skills?
Oh yeah, that's that's one of the number one things you learn to do from a kid over here. So you learn how to clean it, and the herbs to use to bring out the best in it. You learn that stuff from young. So that's a good thing you picked up there, man.
Hey, I'm from South Florida. Come on, man. If I don't know about the Bahamas, the Virgin Islands, and Jamaica, and Cuba, and Puerto Rico, what the hell am I in South Florida for?
I know. Hey, I got married in the Bahamas, man. I got married on Cable Beach. So, man, I'm a real Bahamian, man. I'm a real Bahamian. Conch salad, boiled fish, stewed conch, all that, bro. You know how we get down, Sharif. Hey, appreciate you coming through, bro. You there? Appreciate you coming through, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, have a good one. Mountie, give me your final take, bro.
Hey, look, the season we started off strong, okay, a lot better than what people anticipated. Again, our success stems on our quarterback staying healthy and being consistent. And I think our defense is in good hands with Vic Fangio. But Mike McDaniel, we need to see more clock management, better leadership, better situational play calling, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. If everybody does their job, usually everything, we'll usually it comes out in the wash. So, fins up.
I appreciate it, bro. Hey, fins up, Mountie. Hey, appreciate you coming through, bro. You sounded a little tired today. You was relaxed and calm. I like that, bro. I like that on you, bro.
Chilling, just chilling.
Chilling on the Saturday. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Have a good one. Big Nick, man, give me your final take, big bro.
And before Big Nick, before you do go, Big Nick, I have another. You see me on. I host the Fins Tailgate, but I also have another show on Larry K's channel, and I have this show. It's called In the Blender, where I interview Dolphin fans, why we became Dolphin fans, and we talk about the great memories.
Yeah.
Your stuff, Nick, and I would definitely love to have you as a guest if you're willing to come on, man. I'll be more than honored to have you as a guest. Yeah, but I follow CB, so I'll look for people that follow CB.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
as
I'll
my
definitely follow
YouTube
you.
channel, Big Nick South Florida Accountability on Instagram. Just
Okay, that's what's up, Big Nick.
link. CB know if I'm not busy, man, he'll text me and say, man, come on, and I jump right on, so absolutely, I always try to help out.
Hey, appreciate it,
brother. My final take.
Go ahead.
My final take is positivity. I want people to write down everything that they think is wrong with their team and write down everything they think is right with their team. And if you come up with more things you think is wrong with this team than what is right with this team, put it this way, if Miami Dolphins was in the NCAA, we'll be a top 3 team. We'll be coming out of the box. We'll be ranked high as shit. Right? To me, we have a top 5 NFL roster. I think the Miami Dolphins are going to be the representatives of the ALC in the Super Bowl this year. I really believe that. I think we got that good of a team, and only thing that needs to happen is this man needs to play 16, 17 games.
That's it. That's it. Point blank, period. hyped, man. I'm hyped. I mean, I think this team is prime. We're ready. We're almost there. We got the right pieces. Hey, good things come to those who wait. And we've been waiting for a long time. We've been patient. We've waited our turn. Everything happens for a reason. Injuries happen for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It's going to be even that much sweeter when it does happen because of all the adversity that we've been through. It's going to be even that much sweeter.
I'm sorry. As the fans, we are pointing out our deficiencies. But when you turn it on ESPN, when you turn it on NFL Network, when you turn it on these other channels, the only thing they're saying, if the quarterback stays healthy. So in our own mind, we've created that we don't have very many good players. But when the people that you turn to get information is telling you the only concern for the Miami Dolphins is the health of the quarterback, that should tell you something.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Because they're usually saying a lot more about the Dolphins. They're usually saying the defense isn't good enough, their offense isn't good enough, their quarterback isn't good enough. All they're saying is if Tua can stay healthy, and that's because they know the game of football and they watch it. Hey, appreciate you coming through, Big Nick. It's always love. Hey, if y'all don't follow Big Nick, if y'all don't follow Big Nick on YouTube, you better go do it right now. Be sure to like, share. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe on his channel too. He does a beautiful job over there. I appreciate the work you do. It's all love, bro.
Hey, go check out my last video. You'll love it. And let me know when you need me. I'm there for you, buddy.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, have a good one, Big Nick. Fins up, bro. Hey, that's Big Nick, man. Hey, Shake, man. I'm ready. I'm ready, Shake. We almost there, bro. We almost there.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Chef Jew, he's scheduled to be this Thursday. Hopefully he nothing comes up. And then Dal Freaky was supposed to be last week, but she's the week after that, man. So I'm getting some great guests lined up, bro.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. I got a special guest coming on soon too, bro. Somebody kind of tied to the organization. And it's gonna be a big surprise, man. I'm looking forward to setting that up for you guys. Hopefully we can get him on, man. That's what we're working on right now. A big guest kind of tied to the Dolphins, man. So Shay, give me your final take, man. I appreciate you coming on, bro. It's always love.
Man,
yeah, man. You my favorite dude, bro.
Family, bro. Family.
Hey, but let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna leave you with this. You know how I like to do. I love analogies. That's my cash. That's my bag right there.
I like that.
We're not the median darlings right now, right? No, we're not. But you know what? I'd rather win a Super Bowl and be underrated than win a Super Bowl. Than lose and be a fan favorite. Because at the end of the day, I'll take a pocket full of cash over credit any day of the fucking week.
Any day.
So cash is king, baby. Listen, we're going to go to the Super Bowl, and I don't care what the media says, because at the end of the day, look, I'm not an expert, but guess what? Neither are they. A lot of those guys that are in the media, two things: never coached a team, or they failed miserably in the NFL. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, baby. Fins up all the way.
It is what it is. Fins up, baby. You already know what time it is. Throw your foes to the sky, baby. Fins up. Appreciate you, Shay. Have a good one, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys stopping through, vibing with me for 2 hours of your day, guys. I appreciate you. I love you guys for taking the time out to spend with me on a Saturday. It's Dolphins football. That's what we talk. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Spend time with your families. It's Fins up. Hey, I'll be coming back to you this week for another one early in the week. I'm going to Vegas for a wedding on Wednesday. So I'm going to be in Vegas. I might do a short or a live show from Vegas. May try to do something. I may go live for a little bit on my phone. But, hey, everybody have a great weekend. Be sure to share this with other Dolphin fans. Share it on Facebook. I'm in all the Facebook groups. I try to be. If there's a Facebook group that I'm not in and you don't see my show on, be sure to hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I try to share my stuff in all the Facebook Miami Dolphin groups. I'm in there. If you're not in the Facebook groups, go get in the Facebook groups. Jump in the Twitter spaces. A lot of guys do great Twitter spaces. Batman, Lewis, Cruz, Von Joe, Crypto, all of those guys do great spaces during the day. If you're looking for Miami Dolphins content, you can catch me in everything. I'm a little bit of everywhere. Shake does good stuff on TFTG. Lewis over there. Lewis, appreciate you sending me that content too. Appreciate that. That was love. So yeah, man. Hey, shout out to everybody doing it. Everybody in the community, the TDs, the Dougs, Reason, TFTG, the guys over in London, Go Time with Dolphins, bro. Y'all gotta check out everybody. Batman, everybody, bro. There's a place for everybody in this community. We should all be supporting one another. We should all be loving one another. Like, it always isn't, happy-go-lucky and rainbows and bunny rabbits. But when it comes down to it, it's us versus, it's Dolphins versus the world. That's what it really should be about. It really should be Dolphins versus the world. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Hey, you already know what time it is with us, man. Hey, it's all the way, baby. Hey, appreciate y'all coming out. It was a great show. Love y'all. Fins up. We out. See ya.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sort them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.
Hey, real quick before we go, will the Miami Dolphins win the Super Bowl?
I hope so.
Okay.